Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Inside Spurs Show. Happy Monday evening. I hope we're all okay. Hope we're all all right. Hope the day has treated you as well as it possibly could have. Whatever it is you're up to today, obviously I hope it went well. Obviously in this video, though, as you can tell on the thumbnail, we're talking about Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. We're talking about the Galatasaray interests and the quotes from the vice chairman on him. So we're talking about that in a little bit more detail. We're actually going to be doing a slight preview ahead of the Hearts game. Just more some like injury updates about who may feature and who may not feature. Obviously, we'll be doing a watch along for that game anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I just thought we'll have a bit of a chat about that. We're going to be talking a little bit about Sudakov and Szymanski as well, and just a general chit chat around those few things. Yeah, not a long one this evening. We will rattle through. We will answer a few questions, and yeah, set you all on your merry way for the rest of your evening. Just want to say, though, if you're watching this and you're new, subscribe. You're very much welcome to join us. And I hope wherever you are, it's a lot less wet and miserable than it is here. It's absolutely tipping it down. It's very wet here in England. Anyway, evening Spurs, how are you? Tottenham says those signings would be underwhelming. Ooh, damn. Ouch. Okay. Well, we'll talk about it in a minute. Bazza said, Inside Spurs tweets have reassured me these last few days that England do have some rational fans. Bazza, was it me defending against people with a higher, I guess, more follower-based platforms that sort of only want to dig into players when it suits agendas that they have, but don't want to dig into other players who potentially have had a worse tournament? Me versus Goldbridge. Right, really quickly, I really like Mark Goldbridge. I think he's hilarious. He's the reason I got into this, right? So I'm not digging him out as a person. It's just his obsessive need to dig out Harry Kane. It just got a bit boring in the end. Didn't say anything about Ollie Watkins coming off the bench and struggling, because guess what? It wasn't their fault as strikers. They weren't getting any real true service. Dug out Kyle Walker for both goals, but if you watch the build-up of the play, there's no Declan Rice or Kobe Mainoo in sight trying to defend, on a counter. So, I think a lot of people share fault. And I'm not saying Kyle Walker or Harry Kane are blameless. They are to blame as well. But there's a lot of other people that are at blame. Afternoon, J Nix. How are you? Sorry, evening, J Nix. It's afternoon maybe for you. It's evening for me. Evening, Donna. Evening, Shroomsy. How are you, mate? You're right. I think I feel the exact same way as you. Well, that's dangerous, Bazza. You should be worried about yourself more than anything. No, you should never agree with me. God. Anyway, let's jump in. Let's talk Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. So Alistair Gold put out about an hour ago that seems there's a lot of interest in Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, which should be good for the player and for Spurs. I think that's pretty obvious. More interest means he can get a better contract, probably the better club. As well as that, Spurs obviously are going to get a better transfer fee. Oh, Stroomsy, I forgot to say, I've been watching the USA-Australia basketball game. There's a few seconds left in it, but I've been watching it. It's on my TV here. I've been watching it. Yeah. Anyway, so going into it, he sort of talked about Galatasaray Deputy Chairman Ibrahim Hatipoglu, not Ange Postecoglou, Hatipoglu, said that Tottenham midfielder Pierre-Emile Højbjerg has a lot of potential transfer suitors, so his departure this summer from North London could take a while. I don't know why he's telling me that it's going to take a while. It's not his player. It goes on to say Hojbjerg expected to move on the summer, and Galatasaray are one of those interested parties. But Hatipoglu said that he believes the Spurs man will take his time deciding his next steps of his career. And we sort of touched on it in the last video in the live around midday today. And I was talking about it, and I was like, it's a good thing that these teams are so interested in, because actually it does us a world of favor, because actually, yes, it may take a little while, but that's not a problem for me. As long as we get the right deal, I'm happy to hold on to him for another couple of weeks. You know what I mean? I don't see him being here next season. That's the key thing to take away from this. I promise you. Okay. I'm all right, Andy. I know you saw what I tagged you in on Twitter last night. Shroomsy, I responded to you. I did respond to you. It was this morning. If I ever became famous like Mr. Goldbridge, please don't forget us. I wouldn't. I like Mark. Mark is a great laugh. I loved his career modes. I used to watch his career modes every single day. Yeah, every single day to watch his career modes. So I very much quite like Mark Goldbridge, even still, even with his weird Kane agenda because Kane didn't want to go to Manchester United. Preseason 2 days away. How have we not saw Hojbjerg, Royale, Lo Celso, Hill, also Brennan Johnson? Lo Celso's just finished Copa America. Hojbjerg was in the Euros. The other two, I cannot defend them on that one. Also, Brennan Johnson's not moving. 47.5 million. Spurs would have to sell for that, if not more, for FFP reasons. So he's not moving on. Hey, Van Gogh, mate, how are you? Anyway, moving on. Let's talk this Sudakov. Actually, hang on. I won't. Apologies. I'm going to talk about the Hearts game really quickly. So, obviously, playing Hearts, technically now it would have kicked off in 2 days' time. We'll be 7 minutes into that game. So 7 p.m. UK time on the Wednesday. So in 2 days' time, we're doing the watch along. So please join us for that game. It'll be a cracking little watch along to see some of the youth players. Really, I'm more focused on it. I kind of know what I have in Bissouma and Maddison and Sarr. As much as it'd be nice to see those lads, I want to see the Ashley Phillips, the Archie Grays, the Lucas Bergvals. So. And others before anyone complains about it. So, yeah, moving into the Hearts game in 2 days' time, it's a little look at what we will expect to see. Obviously, we won't be seeing Romero, Lo Celso, Bentancur, Van de Ven, Dragosian, Hojbjerg, and Vicario, obviously due to international commitments. Obviously, this will be the second preseason game of the season, having been in the game against Cambridge at the weekend, winning 7-2 with Brendan Johnson with a hat-trick as well. So, looking at this next game, though, obviously, you'll expect to see all those sort of youth players and the guys I've already mentioned. Supposedly, Brian Hill could also feature, even though he may leave, but I don't mind that as much. Spencer and Reguilon have been training with the squad this preseason, but not including against Cambridge. Supposedly, it would suggest that they're not going to be involved for the game against Hearts. Adogi's, sorry, I was just reading it. Adogi's expected not to be fit to play in this game, so hopefully we'll see him, in the next few games or so forth. They're not too sure if Richarlison will feature either. Obviously, it'd be nice to see, players like Tyrese Hall, George Abbott, Luke Gunter, Santiago, Janai Byfield, who is 16 and a few months old, so it'd be good to see him. Obviously, Jamie Donnelly, Archie Gray, Lucas Bergvall. There's so many. And Mikey Moore, you know what I mean? There's so many. I'm not going to go through them all. But it looks like, we won't have Destiny for the game. But, it's not the end of the world, is it? It's the first pre-season game, I'm seeing news that Adoga won't be fit for the Heart. Well, there you go, Shroomsy. Why is it heartbreaking, my dude? Come on. It's only the first game pre-season, man. We only just started. We didn't see it. It could have been a ruse. Jesus. I watched Ukraine versus Romania. I think Radu's value should be up and Sudakov should fall after the Euros based on performance. We'll come to Sudakov in a minute, Bazza, but I agree with you for sure. Dragosian, he was he looked like $1 million, didn't he? Actually, let me rephrase that. He looked like $50 million. He was fantastic. So, you know what I mean? He out of all the players that we had at international football in the Copa and in the Euros, I actually thought two centre-halves came out of that looking the best in Dragosian and Romero. Vicario should have started for Italy. Don't know why he didn't. Weird Donnarumma PR thing that he's got going on. He's better than Donnarumma. Obviously, Celso didn't do himself any harm, really, for Argentina. Mickey didn't really get a chance, but I don't really know what Koeman was doing. He should have been playing. Obviously, Hojbjerg was decent. He did himself no harm. I don't think anyone came out of our international football this summer looking bad, I think they all looked pretty decent, if not really good. I have not, no, not the marriage proposal, mate. Swaggy Boost, how are you, mate? You all right? Sorry for the heartbreaking loss last night. It happens, dude. It's a game of football. It hurts. But if this will change how you feel, the 2020 it was then obviously 2021, wasn't it? That final, losing that one to Italy, hurt a lot more than this one because I didn't think Italy were any good. Spain, obviously, absolute money. Striking moves. I was just saying, Shroomsy, a fellow American. I was just watching the Team USA versus Australia basketball. That was a good game, actually. I quite enjoyed that. A lot more physical than I was expecting from a basketball game. I thought AD looked really good. AD, that was one of those games where AD was switched on. You know what I mean? It doesn't have him enough, but he was switched on and he was dominating the boards. So, yeah, I was watching that. Good to see Jason Tatum and Drew Holiday. Obviously, I don't think Derek White really will get any minutes just yet because he's only just joined. Anyway, sorry, we're talking about football, not basketball. Hey, Joshua, mate, how are you? Mickey would have stopped Watkins. Mickey would have done a lot of things for Holland. They probably would have. The interesting thing, though, is they probably would have gotten more points in the groups. So from that, what does that road for them look like? I swear to Brendan's going to score multiple hat tricks this season. It's good. I love it. I just got into the sport a year or two ago. It's crazy how much world football is growing now in the States. I think watching the NFL game at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium what sealed me in as a fan of Spurs. Well, it's a good stadium. It's a great stadium. Yeah, I was trying to go to the because obviously Patriots at Tottenham Hotspur. I was trying to go to the Patriots Jaguars game, but I couldn't get a ticket, which is a bit annoying. Although Patriots are going to be no good this year. Again, shock. Although we'll see what happens with Drake May. Let's just see what happens with that, brother. Hi, Andy. On my way to work. We'll listen as much as I can. Well, it won't be a long one, Tony, so hopefully you shouldn't miss too much. Yeah, Andy, AD is good when he's not spraining his ankle, but doing a simple jump in the air or something. Watching everyone cook the US for hosting Copa America was embarrassing. I won't lie, the World Cup is going to... Oh, yeah, that was bad. The scenes of breaking into Hard Rock Stadium for that game, it should have been suspended or postponed, that game, in my opinion. It wasn't safe to play that game. A lot of fans missed out of spending thousands of dollars to go and watch that game, only to be turned away because someone had already been into their tickets, their seat. You know what I mean? But let's see. But anyway, let's move on to Sudakov and Szymanski news. So so it came out from courtside saying that Spurs are eyeing up Georgi Sudakov. God, I was trying to murder his name there. Obviously, this is obviously the back on, the interest from the La Liga in Lo Celso. Obviously, Szymanski is also on the list of players that Spurs are somewhat keen on. So looking at Sudakov first and foremost, he's born September 1st, 2002. So, 6 weeks time, it'll be 22. Must be nice. So he's attacking midfielder, can play a little bit central, can play on the left. His contract expires the summer of 2028. He's a Shakhtar Donetsk player. Across 6 different competitions, he's played 112 times, scoring 21 and assisting 19. So you're talking 40 goal contributions, 1 every 3 games is the way I'm going to sum that one up. Looking at, let me just bring up Szymanski so you can have an idea. We'll do a back-to-back comparison of the two. So Szymanski's a few years older. He's not long turned 25. Probably about a month ago he turned 25. His contract expires a year earlier in the summer of 2027. He does currently play for Fenerbahce. He's played loads. Oh, my Mac was telling me something. He's playing loads of different competitions. He's already played over 300 games with 50 goals and 68 goal contributions. So 118 goal contributions over those 305. Looking at basically 1 every 2.5 games in terms of goal contributions. Obviously, an attacking midfielder, can play a little bit central as well as the right-hand side. So somewhat similar to Sudakov, but just in terms of the wing, they flip either side. Now, the issue that you have with Sudakov is do Spurs have a very good relationship with Shakhtar? Let's be honest, no, we don't, due to the Manor Solomon situation. They also want quite big money for Sudakov. We've seen ridiculous numbers banded about even as much as 70 million euros. Szymanski is not going to cost anything near that. I'd probably say somewhere between 25 and 30. obviously Tottenham, who commented, I think it was a second comment into the stream, was saying that, it feels quite underwhelming. I don't know. It doesn't feel. I think a lot of people definitely would probably be unhappy with these signs. Now, obviously, again, if Ange wants them, I'm backing it. If they fit the data system, I'm backing it. But it's a lot of if, if buts and maybes. I don't do if buts and maybes. Has Tottenham ever been relegated before? What a question, mate. A long, long time ago. I wish MLS had promotion and relegation. Yeah, but the US don't like doing stuff like that, do they? Look at the NFL. Look at baseball. I mean, look at the NBA. I mean, let's be honest. The Charlotte Hornets would be relegated so quickly; it'd be ridiculous. You might think Michael Jordan's the GOAT, but Michael Jordan is one of the worst owners ever in all sports. Just awful. Annie, I live in my wait. Yeah, true. Annie, I live in Miami, and I didn't even know we could sneak through the vents to watch the game. Well, now you know, Shroomsy. Now you know. If you want to go watch a Miami Dolphins game, you're at it. Oh, no, there's a Celtics fan in here. He's all right. Swaggy's all right. Yeah, Van Gogh and Kyrie are going to take this to Modern Warfare 2 and have a 1v1. Are we going to know, like, even Sonia, how are you? How are you, Sonia? Hope the day's treated you well. Hopefully, Sonia, it's not as wet where you are as it is right here. Hi, Southgate is a cleaner. I think ITV are going to be hiring. I think Southgate supposedly isn't going to be taking on the England job next, which obviously leaves that open to, there's talk of Eddie Howe. Graham Potter will obviously be on that list. I really do hope they have a conversation with Klopp. I really do. I don't think he'd take it, but I just hope they have that conversation. Just see, you know what I mean? Have I ever been to Bali? No. You're late. I know, you're late. Terrible, Sonia. So, what do we all think then on Szymanski and Sudakov? Is there one that stands out more than the other to you guys? Do you a Szymanski guy? Are you a Sudakov guy? Let's put it to the poll. Obviously, take into account, cost and things like that before someone cries about, oh, you should just want the best player. It's like, yeah, well, that's kind of not how the world works. But let's see what you guys think. Sudakov or Szymanski? Oh, let's see what you guys think. I think tomorrow as well, what we're going to be looking at tomorrow for a video is, I may do it live. I may just pre-record this one. Is a tier list. We're going to do one for purchases and one for sales. So like players that we've been linked to, Ivan Toney's, Eberechi Eze's, Neto's, Carl Walker Peters. You know what I mean? All those links, even if they're hot links or cold links, we're going to do a big old list. We're going to buy, sell, or they might even put a stall in there, a stall like STALL in terms of, I want to see maybe in a couple of weeks' time sort of thing. We're going to do that. And then for the selling ones, definitely do like a sell, a keep, a loan, or whatever, you know what I mean? Just a bit of a difference one, We may do it live, we may not. I haven't decided yet. I've got no energy at the moment. It's really weird. I was all right earlier and just got absolutely nothing. I'm zapped. Maybe it's like a dog when they know the rain's coming. They get a bit. Ooh, they're not themselves. Maybe it's me because it started to rain. Where am I? Were you in school? Were you popular among girls? Well, in terms of girlfriends, no. Neither of them play Decky as a backup cam and buy more wingers. Excuse me. Emphatic Bazza. If Ange likes them, yes, though. There you go. We need Eze, we do. But I'm not sure. Are we still linked with Yuto Suzuki? Nothing right now on that front. Tier lists are fun when live. Yeah, I know, but sometimes it's kind of easier because if I've got to get through quite a few players, I don't want it to be like a 35, 40, 45-minute stream. Could always just get it done in sort of like 10 to 15 minutes. And then you guys can give me yours in the comments below. Like, you know how these will always work. I'll always respond to you in these comments, but I'll always respond to comments on any video. I just think Kyrie and Van Gogh should take this outside and have a scrap. Just go on, get outside, lads. Take a scrap. Jesus Christ, Donna. Jesus Christ. Right, let's have a look at this poll. So Szymanski wins quite comfortably, actually. That was unsurprising, if I'm honest, just because of cost. I think he's going to cost, half of what Sudakov's going to cost. But yeah, there's just a little bit on, obviously, the Hojbjerg front, the Sudakov front, the Szymanski front. Obviously, plenty in there right now. Obviously, going forward, I think today, in theory, tomorrow, I look at tomorrow as being like the start of the window, if you know what I mean. Like, because now with every player out of international football, tomorrow will be probably as the window starts to heat up from tomorrow onwards. So, I'm not saying that we'll sign anyone big this week, but I assume one or two signings in the world of football, big name signings, will definitely happen this week. So we shall see. Yeah, just streams. It's just gone quiet, dude. It's gone quiet. I think a lot of links have gone quiet at the moment, which does mean we're probably about to sign someone, no doubt. Can someone tell me who won the Copa America? Well, if you hadn't seen it, Cuti Romero and Giovanni Celso are holding a Copa America. Make of that what you need. One thing I would say is Kyrie and Van Gogh. He's only pre-season. All right. It's only pre-season. Let's let all of our players get up to some speed. All right. The hat-trick against Cambridge is nice, but let him get all up to speed. All right. There you go. I'll end it for you. Excited now for some transfer juice over the next month. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, look, when you look at the fixtures coming up for now, between now and the start of the season, we've got Hearts obviously away on Wednesday at 7 p.m. We've then got QPR away on Saturday at 3 p.m. We're then a week later, so the following Saturday, we will play 11 a.m. Against Vissel Kobe. And then 4 days later on the Wednesday at midday, we'll be playing against K-League All-Stars. And then you've got 3rd of August and the 10th of August, both of which being Saturdays. We play Bayern Munich at 12 and 5:30. So plenty of good stuff in there. Now, one thing I would say is obviously the Wednesday Hearts Tottenham game. So I'll give you a heads up of streams this week. Hearts Tottenham, obviously 7 p.m. That's going to cancel out what we normally do at 7, in terms of transfer talk and things like that. We'll be just doing a watch along on the channel instead. So we'll start that a few minutes ahead of 7 p.m. to do that. In terms of the Vissel Kobe game on the 27th of July, again, it'll be 11, so there'll be no 12 p.m. transfer news video. It will just be a watch along for the Vissel Kobe game. Same with the K-League All-Stars. Again, it's 12 o'clock kickoff, so again, we'll be doing a watch along for that. Bayern Munich on the 3rd of August. I may do a watch along. I'm quite busy that weekend, so we'll see. But the 10th of August one at 5:30, we'll probably look to do a watch along with that one. All right. So plenty of watch alongs to come on the channel ahead of the pre-season games, which I'm really looking forward for. I'm really looking forward to this. I think we signed someone this week. Van Gogh says, ooh. Well, do you know what? I'm umming and ahhing. I'm umming and ahhing. Within the next 10 days, I say for sure. I knew they would, Riley. Well, actually, absolutely. Latoro, surprise signing Spurs. I said I need it. Well, you ain't going to get it. I've heard Bergval's been impressive in camp. Yeah, him and Archie Gray both have been impressing. So is Jamie Donnelly. I would really love Williams. He's class, but he's off to Barca. Well, he's off to Barca for sure. We're not getting him. Oh, this is a blast from the past, everyone. Really quickly, Nottingham Forest are closing in on a deal to sign Nikola Milenkovic from Fiorentina. 12 million final proposal. All getting sorted. Blah blah blah. That was a player that we nearly signed at Spurs. Isn't that mental? Funny how things work. Lamine Yamal to Spurs hasn't technically been ruled out, right? Yeah, not technically, I guess. Do you do watch alongs all season? I've actually technically only ever done 2 watch alongs, and it was this summer on the second channel, link in description below, for the Euros. So I'll aim to do watch alongs this season. It won't be completely regular because I'll be busy from time to time, but I'll aim to do some stuff. Yeah. Not like Eze or something, someone on Douay. Well, supposedly Premier League clubs are looking at Douay a bit more closely due to what the situation with PSG and Bayern. I've got to disagree with you, Juan Van Gogh. You know why, though. Signing someone, wow. Van Gogh's just trying to annoy everyone, apparently. I love it. I love it. The SHIT, or the SH1T, I'm supposed to say, housery. That's how tired I am. I can't even think straight. The SH1T housery from Van Gogh tonight has been outrageous. So yeah, loads of really good stuff. Obviously, loads of watch longs coming on the channel. Loads of good stuff on the channel coming up. Actually, loads of great content coming up on the channel coming up. So very much kick around and look out for that. Yeah. What's this? Who would be a better kit purchase long term between Grey or Bergvall looking to get the new light blue kit? Oh, very nice. Both of them are going to be around for a while. Also, it's not Grey with an E, it's Grey with an A. So, Swaggy Boost. Hang on, if I spelt like that, just in case. I don't want you to get the wrong. I don't want you to get Grey on your shirt, so it's wrong. So don't worry. It's normally spelt with an E, but yeah, there you go. Jesus. Anyway, right. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining me this evening. Very much appreciate your company and obviously talking a bit of Spurs. Obviously, back tomorrow at 12 p.m. talking some more Spurs. I will definitely be hoping for some good news this week in terms of transfers. We'll do those tier lists over the next few days for sure. If not tomorrow, if there's no real good quality news. So thanks all much for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your evenings. Enjoy the rest of your afternoons. Shroomsy, Swaggy Boost. Don't work too hard today, mate, or mates. Enjoy it. And yes, I will see you all for 12 p.m. tomorrow to talk more Spurs. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all then. See you later.